Hi, welcome back to my channel, Beautiful Minutia. If you're new here, my name is Tiffany, and today I have a very exciting announcement for you. That's right, Febregency is back. If you've never heard of Febregency before, this is a read-along that is centered around reading books that were written in the Regency time period. And so most of the time, people, when they think of Regency era literature, they think of Jane Austen, which is fabulous, and you can totally read a Jane Austen novel during this month. But there are so many other authors that are lesser known and haven't had the prolonged notoriety that Austen does. So this read-along was originally created to draw attention to these other works of literature that aren't often talked about. There are 4 of us co-hosting this readathon this year. So myself, obviously, Christy Lewis from Dostoevsky in Space, who's one of the original hosts, and then also Stephanie from Miss Richards Reads, who's also, I think, one of the original hosts. And this year we are adding Dia from Novel Idea. Much like last year, we are keeping this super low-key. All you have to do to participate is just read a work of literature that was written during the Regency time period. And that's it. There's no group read this year or anything like that. We do have a couple of live shows, and I'll share the details for that in just a second here. But we also have my Discord, which I will have linked in the description of this video. So if you're not already a part of my Discord, you can join that, and I will have a channel that's specifically set aside just for Febregency, so we can discuss what we're reading and all of that kind of stuff. So the live shows that we have, there are 2 of them. We are going to do some reading sprints on my channel on Tuesday, February 10th at 6 p.m. Eastern time, which is a little bit earlier than we often start live shows because we try to have them be a little bit later so it can include people on the West Coast who are, getting home from work later or whatever. But we went ahead and started this one earlier because sprints were usually there for hours anyway. So if you join later than our scheduled start time, that is totally fine. You can join in whenever you are available, dip in and out, however, but we're just going to come and read some books and enjoy them together. And then also we will be having a wrap up on February 28th on Stephanie's channel at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So that wrap up is going to just entail us coming together and talking about what we read for Febregency and talking about what we thought of the things that we ended up reading. So hope you're able to join us for that. You can share what you ended up reading for Febregency and what you thought in the comments of that live. I'm also going to share with you my Febregency reading plans in this video. So actually it's funny because with 2 of the 3 co-hosts, I am actually buddy reading Anne Radcliffe's The Romance of the Forest. I'm reading this with Stephanie and Dia, and this is my main read for Febregency. This is the one that I'm prioritizing. Anything else that I'm sharing here is just kind of icing on the cake, kind of if I get to it. This is my main priority. I actually have not even read the description for this book. I just know that I really enjoy Anne Radcliffe's reading. I like how sensational she is. She writes a lot of gothic things. You may be familiar with The Mysteries of Udolpho, which is referenced in Jane Austen's Northanger Abbey. Last year, we read together The Italian by Anne Radcliffe and had a fabulous time doing that, so we decided to read another Radcliffe this year, and I am really, really looking forward to it. Another potential that I could read, especially because it's so short, is Castle Rackrent by Mariah Edgeworth. I haven't read anything by her before. I picked this up at McKay's like a while ago, and this actually has Castle Rackrent and Ennui, so it has 2 in here. I think those 2 stories are connected, though they're not like direct sequels or anything like that. Combined, the 2 of them are 323 pages, but Castle Rackrent itself is only 122 pages. So there's a chance maybe I could try to read both of them, or maybe just Castle Rackrent. But again, I'm prioritizing the Radcliffe book, and this is one that's been on my shelves for a while that I've been really interested in reading, especially because a couple of years ago, a Mariah Edgeworth book was the group read, and I didn't get to participate in the group read that year. I just was overscheduled. So I really would like to give her writing a try. And lastly, this is actually probably something that I will almost definitely do. I tend to, during February, to dip in and out of the romantic poets who did write during the Regency time period. So that would be like, Percy Shelley, Lord Byron, Samuel Coleridge. This has the names. I love these editions. They're so beautiful, the word cloud editions, and I love the foil on it. But the names of the poets are actually in the stems and leaves. So it also has Blake, Keats and Wordsworth as well. So I don't know who I'm reading from. Last year I read from Coleridge. The year before it was Byron. The year before that it was Shelley. So I just kind of dip in and out who I feel like reading. Maybe I'll pick one specific poet to read from that I have less exposure to. That's what I did last year because I hadn't read any Coleridge at all. Or maybe I'll just pick poems at random. I don't know, but I will definitely be dipping into this and at least reading some romantic poetry, even though I doubt I will read like, you know, a whole author's works within this book. Anyways, those are the plans for Febregency. We would love to have you join us. Let me know if you will be, and let me know what you're planning to read. If there are any particular Regency authors that you have been interested in diving into, that you're looking forward to, or maybe you're returning to a favorite author like Jane Austen, or even some of the ones I've mentioned here like Anne Radcliffe, or maybe you have enjoyed Mariah Edgeworth, Oliver Goldsmith, William Godwin. There are so many wonderful options. So I would love to hear from you what your reading plans are. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit like and also subscribe so you can continue to see more bookish content from me, and I will see you again next time.